Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's action between your Knox Central Panthers and the Whitley County Colonels. Panthers looking for their first win on a big season. Man, they're coming up this season. They're coming back for blood. They're looking for a big year this year. It's a nice day in Williamsburg right now. It's getting a little toasty up in here. It'll be all right. Panthers took down Campbell County, Tennessee, and Wayne County by 2+ scores in both of those games. Like I said, this is a Knox Central team that's looking to go minimum 7-3, 8-2 this year. They've lost to Whitley County 3 straight times over the last 3 years, all in blowout fashion. I mean, they're looking for a big win right here. Last time the Panthers showed off against the Colonels here, it was a 29-14 final score with the Colonel win. So Whitley County will start off with the football as Knox Central elects to defer the coin toss. Team captains for Knox Central: number 3, Noah Parton; number 50, Braxton Saylor; number 42, Donovan Smith. Braxton Saylor just received an offer from Campbellsville University. Number 3, Noah Parton, a big senior defensive back and a core part of this defense. And number 42, Donovan Smith, was the state's leading tackler last year as Knox Central's head middle backer. It's a bit an intimidating atmosphere whenever Whitley County is able to fill out these stands. I know the last year with a 1-10 year and not very many good records before that, but this is a Whitley County team that's going to come in here and they're going to try and beat the brakes off of this Knox Central squad. They may be. If you look at the forums, you look at everything that everybody's saying. They say that Whitley County's staring down an 0-10 season this year. I don't think that this team is very bad. I know they last year after the loss of Parker, number 21 D Parker, the running back, didn't win a game after that, and it kind of feels like they built their identity off of number 21 in the backfield. And he was a big part of their offense. I remember he ran for about 300 yards against us last year in one ball game. I saw somewhere that Whitley County scored a quarter of their points against us all season last year. I think they had, I think maybe the final score was, I want to say maybe 34-21, if that. Definitely a big game. I've been kind of nervous for this one. I know this is a Knox Central squad that's just, I don't know, they're just not really battle tested, I should say. A lot of these guys have been playing for 4 years. Like I said, Donovan Smith has started all 3 of those games against Whitley County, with senior Steve Parton being out my freshman year. Um, there's not much that I can say without sounding like a broken record. Kicking off, number 27, Kobe Woolham. And it is officially the most wonderful time of the year, Friday Night Lights here in Williamsburg. I believe it would be a false start on the Panthers here on the kickoff. Never mind that. Looks like he's brought down at about the 20-yard line, it seems, right there. 20-yard line, I believe. They're spot him at the 21. First play is going to be a throw out wide. They're going to blow it dead. Looked like it. There was a chance of a lateral fumble right there, but they're going to call it incomplete. Whitley not yet run the wing T that they were known for the last couple seasons. Eli Rose still at quarterback. Aiden Taylor at the running back as the quarterback is swallowed up for no gain. Big tackle for the Panthers right there. That will bring up 3rd and 10. Coach Mills going into his 3rd season for the Panthers, the longest tenured head coach for Knox Central since I believe Coach Fred Hoskins. Still 0-0. Could be a big 3rd down stop here to start off the game for the Panthers, but like I said, a lot of people are expecting Knox Central to come to this game and win. But if they think they're just gonna Whitley County's just gonna lay down and let them win a ball game here, they are sorely mistaken. Rose drops out. It will be a screen wrapped up once again for maybe a 2 or 3 yard gain. It's number 8, Landon Rose. Will bring up 4th and about 9. There were trips to the left for Rose, and he rolled out that way, tried to bring all the attention to the field, and threw a screen to the boundary to Rose. Wasn't able to trick that Knox Central defense. Stayed true to their keys and kept it low. Made a good tackle. Now Whitley County in punt formation. Colt Ramsey to punt for the Colonels. Back is number 5, Spencer Pritchard, I believe. Got 10-11 left here in the first quarter. Marked down about the 43-yard line. So the defensive part is not what the Panthers are concerned about this year. I know Coach Mills has hammered home a lot on defense. Now it's to see if this offensive line can hold up, see if they can give Carey time to think, if they can give some good running room for Braden Sizemore. Sizemore in motion, empty backfield for Carey. Carey takes a snap, drops back, throws it over to Pritchard, see if he can make a move. Makes a move on Rose. Rose can't bring him down, has him by a string. Gets about 5 yards on the pass. Those wide receivers have got to get out there and block. Rose kind of had a free path to Pritchard. Number 9, Lucas Olmstead had 2, I believe it was at least 50-plus yards, had about 109 yards, 110, I think, in the scrimmage against Wayne County. Both hitches for touchdowns. They'll run. Braden Sizemore will take off, and he might have a first. No, he's going to be 1 yard short. We'll bring up 3rd and 1. Good movement up there from the offensive line. Third and 1 in Whitley County territory. Let's see if the Panthers can get something going right here. They will go into the I formation. Colonel stack the box, hands it off to Sizemore up the middle, and it will get a first and a little bit more. See, that's a weird choice to put Sizemore there at the fullback, who's usually the tailback. I think that was Pritchard towards the back of the backfield, who I don't think has seen any running back action since last year. Obviously, he's a sophomore, mostly playing receiver. I know Landon Doherty, after Braden Sizemore was injured last year, number 19, Landon Doherty got a lot of carries in that Williamsburg game. Three-man front for Whitley County, but they're rushing those edge. Another handoff to Sizemore. He can't get anything going. He's going to push forward for 2 or 3. I think the only thing that Knox Central's looking for right now, I think it's going to be a 3-yard carry. You see, he was hit. He was hit right at the line of scrimmage, but was able to push forward for a little bit. I think all Knox Central needs is gains right now. They just need to keep pushing forward, and they need to be able to finish the job. Trips to the right for Carey. Whitley County showing blitz. Carey drops back to throw, throws it to Spencer. Tunnel screen. He might find an opening, and he might go for a first down. Another big gain for the Panthers. Bring up a new set of downs in the red zone. 7:47 to go here in the first quarter. Still 0-0. Ball marked at the 13-yard line. Panthers moving very well. Still in the I formation now. Carey, crouch, toss out to Pritchard on the right side. Hits it up towards the middle. He might go all the way, and he will. Touchdown, Panthers. Put 6 on the board for Pritchard. Big run right there from the sophomore. Big run right there. That's very important that you start off with a score. A good stop. Didn't maybe allowed 1 or 2 yards there on that catch from Rose, and that was about it. Now they'll send out the kicking unit. Tack one more on. First rushing touchdown for Spencer Pritchard, I believe, unless he had some jet sweeps last year go pretty far. Kick is good. Kobe Woolham with a big kick right there. So we will go to an ad break. Your Knox Central Panthers 7, Whitley County 0. That was a big score right there for the Panthers. Like I said, Knox Central 7, Panthers 0. So Whitley County had a chance for a big return right there, but Christian Wilson, the senior wide receiver, will be brought down at around the, I believe he'll be marked down at the 24-yard line. That's a pretty good return from that spot. Kicker Kobe Woolham, the senior, former soccer player, didn't play until I believe our 8th or 9th game, my sophomore year. Played all year last year, ended up, I believe, straining his meniscus and missed out a few weeks. Rose in the gun. Wrapped up for no gain. Jathan Collins, but I think he might get called on a face mask right here. Looks like he grabbed him up a little high. Yeah, I think they're saying it'll be against the Panthers. Yeah, it looked like it looked like Collins wrapped him up a little high. Ball will be spotted on the Whitley County 38. Still no under the center snaps as Rose will drop back to throw. Deep ball overthrown. Rose not able to hit his target. Braden Stevens was the intended target. The mostly played some snaps at running back, as it was Hayden Payne got beat on the man coverage assignment there. Ran a little switch concept there on the right side, had that slant and then a wheel coming over. Good play design, and the O line held up good enough for the play to develop. It's weird seeing a Whitley County team go in the gun so much. Usually, wing T only went spread very few times last year, especially against the Panthers. Wide split for that right tackle. Rose draw up the middle. Will get about a 7-yard gain. Whitley County starting to gain a little bit of momentum right there. Will bring up 3rd and short. Number 51, Jathan Collins, defensive lineman, was voted the Knox County Athlete of the Year last year, according to the Mountain Advocate. Also, a baseball player was on that very hot winning team last year who wound up losing to Whitley County in the region championship 8-0 after having the hottest win streak in the state. Won every game after spring break up until the region championship, which is about a month and a half, 2-month difference. Rose hands it up the middle. He will be stuffed. Oh, no, he will not. He will get a little bit more, still short of a first down, but if the Panthers can wrap him up where they hit him, he loses a yard or two. Whitley County will punt. 4th and 1 on their own 47. Surely you can get a yard. It's an interesting call right there from Coach Reimer, especially after that Knox Central team, or that Knox Central offense pushed right through and scored 6. Punt goes nowhere. I mean, fell forward for about 10, maybe 15 yards, spotted down at the 41-yard line. Just didn't make good contact. 5:19 to go here in the quarter. Panthers already off to a hot start. 2 stops. No first downs allowed just yet. That first down was on a penalty, so no first downs allowed yet from this defense. And then a quick score. I'd say it was more of a methodical score than a quick score. Couple good runs, and then Spencer Pritchard taking it in for a 13-yard touchdown after a good toss sweep. As Whitley County will jump off sides, will be 5 more yards for the Panthers. I haven't heard a referee have a microphone to announce penalties and whatnot since I remember them having it before I came into high school, and I don't remember one referee having it while I played football for the Panthers. So 2023 and 2024. 1st and 5 now. Harry's still in the gun, but you've got a tight end to your right, 2 tights to the left. Good counter tray play right there from the Panthers, but don't get any movement. That left tackle tried to block down and wasn't able to get anything going. The Olmstead and the right guard had a wide open pulling lane. I think left tackle there is Abram Smith. Wasn't able to get that down block. So what helps is that you only got a 1-yard gain in your first down play, but you're still only 4 yards out from Whitley County territory. Trips tight to the right for carry, rolls out right. Can't see anything. He's going to take off with it. He's got 1st and much more. Will run out of bounds. Marked down at the 41-yard line will be another first down for the Panthers. Now you're in Whitley County territory. Looking for a quick play here from the Panthers. Lining up pretty quick. Trips to the right, and Nathan Dunn to the field. Tries to get a hard count, but now Coach Mills' son Seth running the offense now for the Panthers. Signals a play. Quick pass out to Pritchard. Pritchard gets upfield nice and good on the sideline. Will be maybe a yard short of the first down. And watching Pritchard run, it's like watching a hot knife cut through butter. He just weaves right in between those defensive backers for Whitley County. On that rush, I mean, like I said, there's not much that I can say about this team without sounding like a broken record. This is probably the most talented squad that Casey's had over the last 10 years, besides that 2018 team that won the region championship. I know this Panther team is looking at the same goal as that 2018 team. It's going to be a fade to Dunn. Might be way too far. Yeah, that was an uncatchable ball. But 2nd and 1 in Whitley County territory. You take a shot right there. You're hoping that you can get half a yard. Nathan Dunn, one of the better receivers in the 3A, has started all 4 years of his high school career. Panthers will line up in the I formation, snap off to Sizemore. Can't get anything to go, but good enough for a first down. All he needed was 1 yard. Panthers had good movement on the edges, but right up the middle where they were running it didn't get a whole lot. Maybe set it down for the Panthers. Got to keep chugging along, keep going, keep your head down, and keep moving. Because last year against Whitley County, they took a quick 2-score lead and didn't score again until the 3rd quarter. Gary takes a snap, tosses it out to Darty. Darty almost instantly blown up and is wrapped up by a host of Colonels, about 2 or 3 yards short. Aiden Taylor came flying off the edge right there for a big tackle. We'll bring up about 2nd and 13. Now the Panthers' offense stalling a little bit. Score is still 7-0. Panthers lead, 3:20 to go here in the 1st quarter. Put the carry back in the gun. Got 2 to his right and 2 to his left. Colonel still stacking the box, bringing that edge in. O-line holds up well. He's getting tracked down. He's going to throw it, and it's caught by Coleman Spitzer. Did he get in bounds? Yes, he did. What a huge catch from the junior. A toe tap, head top, if you will. Coleman Spencer had a nice pass just like that from Carey in the back of the end zone against Wayne County. And Eli Carey's a heck of a quarterback. Ranked in the top 3 quarterbacks in the 3A just as a sophomore. Sizemore will take it. Gets maybe a yard. Trips to the right for Carey. He will roll out that same way. Has room to run if he wants. Can't find anything. He's going to take off. Gets a couple yards. So they'll bring up 3rd and medium. Whitley County's red zone defense trying to hold strong. 7-0. Knox Central still leads. 2:14 to go here in the 1st quarter. Big 3rd down on the 8-yard line. Dunn, the lone receiver on the left. You'll probably see a fade out here with Sizemore here on his left as well. What did I tell you? Oh, it's intercepted by Whitley County. Tackled at the 19-yard line by Abram Smith will be Whitley County football. Red carry like a book for his first pick of the season. See if that can put some life into Whitley County sales. That's a huge play for Whitley County. Don't want to see a whole lot of that out of the sophomore quarterback. Lucas Parton, the sophomore, on the interception. Rose in the gun. Hands it off. Doesn't get anything. Right at the line of scrimmage right there. Aiden Taylor. Clock runs under the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter. 2nd and 10. Whitley County holds on to the ball, but 7-0 Knox Central leads. Rose and Taylor still in the backfield. Fakes the handoff. Will be a go ball to Landon Rose. Too far. Both go balls have been too far for Rose. Either for Rose to catch or for Rose to throw, whichever one. A lot of Roses on Whitley County's team. Could be a big third down here for Whitley. If you get a big play going right here, you're chugging right towards getting the ball over that 50-yard mark. Haven't crossed midfield just yet. Knox Central defense still holding strong. Will be another pass from the Colonels. Hit hard, but it will be a screen. You see, as a defensive lineman, I thought Coach Pawinski would tell him that's the first down for Whitley County. First completion for, no, sorry, he completed one, I think maybe a second or third completion that will run the clock. But now you're pushing towards midfield. You're on the 33. That's your first big play of the quarter. First big play of the game. You see, any defensive lineman knows that if you get by and you feel like you got by a little bit too quick, it's probably a screen. And you're supposed to stay put, wait for a running back to come out. But they just flew upfield and gave Rose a good hit, but wasn't enough. Rose throws it, hit hard by number 4, Caleb Taylor, brought down. Big play right there from the senior. I think they're going to give him the 1-yard gain. We'll bring up 2nd and 9. I think they'll let it run to the quarter right here. .13 left, and Colonels haven't broke the huddle just yet. Yeah, they're going to let it run to the quarter. At the end of the first quarter, your Panthers lead 7-0. Whitley County has the ball on their own 34, 2nd and 9. It will be right back at you here in just a couple minutes. Starting back here in the second quarter, Whitley County takes over on their own 34. Panthers with 4 down linemen. Rose rolls out to his left. Deep throw to number 6. Picked off by Noah Parton. A huge interception from the senior defensive back. That flips the game right back on its head. Old boy from Artemis, Kentucky, makes a huge play. Give the Panthers the ball right back. If you remember last year against Letcher County, I think he had 2 interceptions against Whitley County last year, or our sophomore year, 2 years ago. And then at Letcher County last year in the playoff game, had a David Tyree-esque catch, held the ball onto his helmet to end the half. That's one of the craziest catches I've ever seen in my life, hands down. First play of the quarter, a big defensive play for the Panthers. Central on their own 42. Carey takes the snap, hands it off to Sizemore. Can't find any room to go. Gets him a couple yards. Gets up to maybe the 40. I think they're going to mark him down about the 48. It brings a lot more confidence to me to play against these bigger squads and like Bell County and Rockcastle, knowing that our offensive line is able to get some movement against these solid defensive lines like Wayne County and Whitley County. Colonels don't jump, get a signal from Seth. Carey drops back to throw. He's just going to take off right here. Fakes the pass, goes upfield, gets out of bounds, but not before he gets a first down at the 45. Another first down for the Panthers. It was wide open out there. He could have taken off immediately, probably made a guy miss if he wanted, gotten a block from Dunn, but I think he motioned for Dunn to go back out and try and run a little go, but didn't work out. Good scramble right there from the sophomore. Good decision. He's scrambled a lot more this game than I thought he would. Got to protect the quarterback. Hands it off to Sizemore right up the middle. Fumbles the ball. That'll be another turnover by the Panthers. Senior Braden Sizemore turns it over. Will be Whitley County football. Back-to-back turnovers for the Panthers. So touchdown, turnover, turnover. 10:34 to go here in the second quarter. I believe that was recovered by. Find him. If I'm not mistaken, that was recovered by number 17, Lucas Parton. That would be his second forced turnover of the game. Rose back in the gun. Still no under the center snaps for Rose. Snaps it, gives it off to Taylor. Taylor brought down for no game. It will be a flag, I think. Did he get him with the face mask again, or? Oh, it's going to be holding it to Whitley County. I thought they were going to get Owen Jones on a face mask again right there. So you can hear Coach Pawinski. He probably was able to hear him from the microphone right there yelling at Owen Jones to squeeze down, don't fall back. And Owen Jones is able to hear him down the field. It's a little crazy, considering how many, as we will get a timeout from Whitley County. That's a little crazy. He's able to hear Coach Poe all the way up in the press box, and he's all the way down there on the field. I know it's a little quiet right now. Nothing's really going on. That'll bring up 1st and 20 from their own 31-yard line. They've had a couple big play opportunities, but Eli Rose hasn't been able to put it on the money just yet. But when he connects, it's going to be a big play for the Colonels. About 10, 12 left to go here in the half, and the Panthers will take over in the second half. So if you get a stop right here and a score, and you come out of the second half with another score, you can put the game away pretty easily. But it's got to happen. I think these Panthers, after that first touchdown, I think they thought that Whitley County was just going to lay down and let the Panthers do whatever they really wanted. But then they got into that red zone. Whitley County held tough, got an interception, pushed forward a little bit, and they threw a pick of their own. But they forced that fumble, and now they're trying to get something going here on offense. Rose going to roll out to his left, throws it to Rose, or sorry, not Rose, will fall incomplete as Coach Pawinski will yell at Rose. Pass was intended for number 6, Christian Wilson. I'm so used to the Rose and Rose connection. I think it's the first, maybe the first pass that he's thrown that wasn't intended for Landon Rose. We'll bring up 2nd and 20, so that's an interesting play call. I know usually you want to run the ball on that 1st and 20, get about maybe 5 yards back. Because if you throw an incompletion or you get sacked, you're looking at 2nd and 20 or worse. They're going to stay in that same formation. They've kind of stuck in that same formation, having just whether the tight end was on the left or the right, and having a slot receiver on the left or the right, and just kind of switching around. But it's the same formation, just kind of ever so slightly shifted. No under the center, no trickery really from Whitley County. Fakes the run, looked like an option play, swallowed up for no gain. Quarterbacks had a lot of rushes. I think both quarterbacks have been running the ball a lot more than I thought they would. Clock will continue to run. I like how much Knox Central's been running the ball, just slow, methodical, 5, 6 yard gains. Maybe you bust a couple open for about 8 or 9 from Braden Sizemore because he can do that. He's been doing good at shedding the tackles and breaking off and getting better gains than he should. He got met right, I mean, maybe a yard or two behind the line of scrimmage and pushed forward for a 3 yard gain there in that red zone trip before carry through the interception. 3rd and pretty long for Whitley County. You're looking at probably a wheel, a slant sort of situation right here from Wilson. Yep, same thing. Wilson not able to haul the pass in. We'll bring up 4th and 19 and force short punt. Coach Pawinski he's cracking me up right now. He is yelling as loud as he can up there in the press box. Whitley County will bring out their punt squad. Pritchard back to catch the punt for the Panthers. Got to get a score out here before half if you want to try and put this game away. Ramsey with a much better punt than last time. Will roll, continue to roll inside the 20, down at the 13-yard line. That first punt rolled maybe 15 yards, if that, and that was a huge, huge punt from the sophomore. Now a 1st and 10 for the Panthers in their own territory. You've got 8:52. So if you make a slow, methodical drive, you kind of just very carefully go through and get these 6 yard gains and then maybe a 10 or 15 yard pass over here or somewhere over there. If you just kind of keep chopping away at the time, give Whitley County about 3 minutes left in a score, empty backfield for carry, a screen over to Dunn. He will get a first down and a little bit more, shakes off the tackle from Rose and pushes forward for a maybe 18-yard gain. Good blocking right there from the Panthers to give Dunn a good path for that big gain. Carey going to stay empty. This offensive line's been holding their own against this tough Whitley County front. It's going to be a fake screen. Oh, he's going to throw a go ball. That's just not a good decision right there from the sophomore. His Pritchard was beat easily. If he overthrows him right there, but not too much, that's a pick. If he underthrows him, then I mean, I don't know. If he leaves it just a little bit short, Camden Bledsoe is coming through and making that play. So now you've got 2nd and 10 from your own 31-yard line. Whitley County will jump off sides. Jericho Faulkner. Whitley County had a lot of good middle school squads the past couple of years. I'm sure Faulkner was a big piece of those teams, as that will bring the Panthers a little closer. So you're probably looking at a run right here, maybe a counter or a buck sweep if that. As Braden Sizemore will be in the backfield, you're probably looking at a very simple counter play right here. Hard count doesn't work. Instant pass to Pritchard, finds an opening, able to get to the outside. If you can get a block from Spencer, he's gone. Pritchard will go all the way for 6 more for the Panthers. That's 2 touchdowns on the night for Spencer Pritchard. Make it 13-0 Knox Central here in the second quarter. 8 minutes to go in the half. That was the same play that scored 2 touchdowns for the Panthers against Wayne County. Those quick hitches, except it was Lucas Olmstead taking it for 6. It works almost like a screen, as that kick will be up and good. Kobe Woolham with the made kick. That's just a huge play right there for the Panthers. But like I was saying, it works almost as like a screen because that hitch is immediate. The 2 other receivers on that side always see it, and they go up and they're able to make some good blocks downfield, and it works to perfection as the Panthers take a 14-0 lead with 8:05 left to go here in the second quarter. Kicking off again is Kobe Woolham. Landon Rose and Braden Stevens back to return for the Colonels. Rose will bobble it and grab it, tries to cut it outside, almost brought down, makes a move, then brought down by number 4, Caleb Taylor, and number 0, Hunter Coffey. Ball spotted at Whitley County's own 19-yard line. Rose will take the snap again from the gun. Taylor to his right. It's a quarterback blast to the right side and brought down for maybe a 2-yard gain. That's just not, when you're down 2 scores here in the second half, you got to make something happen before Knox Central takes over, eyeing a 3-score lead. And once you get into that territory in the second half, you can, there's not much you can do from that point on. I'm going to mark it as a 4-yard gain for the Colonels. Landon Rose, the single receiver to Eli Rose's right. Maybe looking at another go ball. We'll put Landon Rose in motion, hands it off, jet sweep. Panthers aren't able to secure outside as he still gets a couple yards, not as much as he probably wanted with that cut back in. Brings up 3rd and 4, 2-yard gain. Gavin Jordan came down with a good tackle right there. It looked like when he made that cut, he would have had a little bit of running room, but Panthers were able to run to the ball and make a good tackle. Gang tackling is a big factor that the Panthers have kind of left out of their ball game. I know Coach Mills talks about gang tackling a lot. Everybody to the football, not just hoping that 2 or 3 guys make the tackle, but bringing in extra bodies just in case a freak missed tackle happens. 3rd down, throws it. Hitch is caught. Coffey isn't able to wrap him up. Donovan Smith pushes him out of bounds. A big first down for the Colonels. Coffey just not able to make a tackle right there. Colt Ramsey with a big rush. Both first downs for the Colonels have been just busted communications or a bad tackle from KC. Like I said, you got to have a little momentum going into this half. You can't go into this with Knox Central having a 3-score lead sometime in the 3rd quarter. Same formation. Fumble. Rose isn't able to get on top of it. He tips it forward. Landon Doherty will try and pick it up. I think the Panthers have fallen on top of it. There was a scramble for it, and it looked like Landon Doherty was going to try and pick it up and score. Panthers will take over on the 2-yard line. That's the worst feeling as a center is when you snap the ball and you get up and you're, oh no! The worst feeling. Panthers looking at their 3rd score of the half. Ball marked down at the 2-yard line. I formation, handoff to Sizemore, stuffed. I think he pushed forward and got in. Are they going to give it to him? It will result in a touchdown. 3rd score for the Panthers in 2 minutes. Braden Sizemore's first of the season. He was stuffed right at the line of scrimmage and was able to fall forward for a touchdown. Wool him out for the PAT. Knox Central will take a timeout before the PAT. That's a huge score right there for Knox Central. That could, that takes the wind out of the sails of a Whitley County team that just got a huge first down. And a fumble going all the way back to the 2-yard line, a quick score from Braden Sizemore. There's not much you can do. You're gonna have the ball, but like I said, you gotta you gotta score right here. Like I said, you were eyeing down a 3-score deficit in the third quarter. I would have never imagined that Panthers would have scored 20 seconds later. 6 minutes to go in the half. I wonder why he called a timeout right there. Maybe wasn't the right personnel out there just yet. Maybe Woolen wasn't ready, didn't have a block. Kick is up and good. Now 21-0 Knox Central. Woolen 3 for 3 on PATs now. We go to an ad break. 21-0 Knox Central leads here with 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Kobe Woolen now to kick off for the Panthers. Ramsey will fair catch at the 26-yard line. Got to score right here if you want to stay in the game and you're the Colonels. Starting to get quiet over here on the away side. Panthers brought a whole lot of fans, a lot more than I expected. They have filled out the away stands, and I'm not able to see much of here on the home side. View is pretty limited. Whitley County will take over on their own 27-yard line. Rose takes a snap, hands off to Taylor. He's able to find a hole, cuts outside, shakes off Darty, and is enough for a first down. Colonels. That was a must-have rush. I think that's the first big designed run that they've had. I know the last couple big plays were – the last 2 first downs were a screen and Colt Ramsey catching a hitch and going about 15 yards afterwards. Every run has been – I think the biggest run they've had is that 4-yard scramble right there from Rose. That's big for the offensive line whenever you get a big run right there. That hole opened there at the last second. Taylor just came right through and was able to get a good gain. Ball marked 43-yard line. Same formation. They're going to run it right back. Same play. Counter trey. Gets outside. Donovan Smith is able to bring him down for a 2 or 3 yard gain. Ran the same exact play. Brantley Gagne is down on the play. We will take an injury timeout. We will be back here in just a moment. 21-0, Knox Central leads with 5:42 to go here in the half. This Colonel squad has shown flashes of excellence on offense, and then they just shoot themselves in the foot, like a big turnover or just a couple bad plays back to back. 2nd and 7 on their own 46-yard line. Jordan blitzes, free man as he is almost brought down, sacked, but he finds Colt Ramsey, a huge play for the Colonels, and that will be a horse collar as well. We'll keep moving it forward. Gavin Jordan had a free lane right at Eli Rose and hit him as he threw. The fact that he was able to find Colt Ramsey right there is a miracle. Huge play for the Colonels, and tack on another 15 for a horse collar. This Whitley County team's not going to give up. I think our defense softens up after every touchdown. They kind of get their act together towards the end of these drives. I think you can see Donovan Smith down there getting a little frustrated with his defense. Now the play caller was Zach Carroll, graduating last year. Ball marked at the 23-yard line. 2 big catches for Colt Ramsey. Brings up a 1st and 10 for the Colonels. Not in the red zone just yet. They're looking for a push. Snaps the ball, hands off. Oh, swarmed right there. Gavin Jordan, Jathan Collins, and Hayden Payne just in case. He had no room to run out there. 2-yard loss for the Colonels. Taylor's had a couple of good carries tonight, but hasn't been able to find a whole lot of room. Tied into the left. Running back on the left as well. Rose is going to roll out that same side. Can't find anything. Rose, it goes right through his fingertips. The flat was open, but Rose not able to bring it in. Coffee started to crash down there on the flat, and I think Rose got into his head thinking he wasn't going to catch it. I've seen many guys get in that same spot. Maybe you think a DB's about to come right in and nail you. So just a tough mental play right there, and got to make the next one. I would call this 3rd and long. You're behind the sticks. You got to get all the way up to the 13-yard line. You're either going to want to get in the end zone or have goal to go after this. Rose fakes the run, just tosses it up there, almost intercepted by Hunter Coffey, but will fall incomplete. But a flag on the play. Maybe, I think Kobe Reed came in a little late right there. Be roughing the passer. The Panthers have had wide open blitzing lanes to attack Rose, and I think they're trying to get to him and give him a hard hit, make him throw it a little bit earlier. But these are still somewhat accurate throws that he's able to get off. These are big plays from the sophomore. Ball spotted at the 12-yard line, brings up a new set of downs. Still got to keep holding strong. You had them at 4th down there, Panthers. You got to do it again. Another flags have killed this defense. Face mask, roughing the passer. Delay of game against the Colonels. So that just sucks right there for the Colonels because you get all the way up to the 13. Now you're pushed back to the 18. Still in the red zone, but it's going to make it a whole lot more difficult. You've only got a yard in between first down marker and the end zone. So you're basically trying to go for the end zone right there, but that makes things a little bit more interesting down here in the red zone. Rose takes a snap, throws it. It is incomplete. Fell right between Rose and Wilson. He looked like he was trying to hit Landon Rose there on the underneath route. Wilson had both the defensive backs on their heels, and Wilson would have had a good lane right there for the end zone. Not able to get anything, though, as it falls incomplete. Ball is on the 18-yard line still. Sorry, 17-yard line. Maybe looking at a run right here. Maybe you can get something open right here with the toss sweep or no handoff. But angles open over the middle. Oh, it's almost caught. I think Hayden Payne thought he had a free interception right there and came towards the ball. And it tipped it right into Taylor's hands, who had it for a touchdown and wasn't able to hold on. Brings up 3rd and 15. It was a fake handoff right into an angle. I don't know if that was intended for the running back, but it definitely was open there at first. If he throws it immediately and lets Taylor try and make a play, he can shimmy forward for about 3 or 4 more yards minimum as Jordan was trailing behind him. But you probably maybe Payne or Parton comes in and makes the tackle. Probably doesn't score, but definitely gets you a lot closer in striking distance on 3rd down. But now you're 3rd and 15. Rose is going to take off with it. A jump pass, but it's going to be another flag on the play. I think they're going to call something against the Colonels. You see the white hat talking to Coach Mills. It's going to be a holding against the offense, but it's going to be declined. Brings up 4th and 15. Looks like Rose maybe had something open over the middle, which caused the jump pass. I don't know. Fourth down, maybe watch the hard count. Snaps it, rolls out to his right, instantly swallowed up. A big sack for the Panthers. Turnover on downs. Jathan Collins and Donovan Smith on the play. Huge play right there for the Knox Central defense. A stop in the red zone after a huge play and a horse collar and a couple penalties. You were kind of looking bleak for this Knox Central defense. You were thinking the Colonels were going to touch the end zone for the first time tonight. They end up not. Panthers will take back over on offense, eyeing a 4th score before the half ends. And they will start the second half with the ball. Start on their own 28-yard line. .340 to go in the half. I think Knox Central is going to take a timeout right here. Panthers will take their second timeout of the half. 21-0. Panthers lead with .340 to go in the first half. Braden Sizemore to rush, shakes off the tackle from Landon Rose. He busts one open, gets a first down, a little bit more. First down at the 41-yard line. Big rush right there from the senior. Starting to move forward, turn the chains. This Whitley County team still has some life. They're still making some decent stops, and they're not letting Knox Central run all over them. Pass is not caught, but they're going to call it an incomplete pass. Caleb Taylor not able to hold on to the football. So ball will be spotted on the right hash. We'll bring up 2nd and 10. Gary takes a snap, doesn't hand it off, looks to throw. Can't find anything over the middle. It's a scramble drill now. Finds Olmstead, not caught. Olmstead kept crossing over the middle, and it looked like Carey was just going to take off and run with it, maybe try and get 3 or 4. Almost found a dart to Olmstead. Falls incomplete. This could be a big stop for Whitley County. As Doherty trops onto the field for the Panthers. A little running back switch. He was the 2nd leading rusher behind. I know Braden Sizemore took a lot of the snaps last year, and I'm pretty sure Doherty was the number 2 man taking the snaps, or Zach Carroll. As it is a fake throw, as a draw. Doherty takes off up the middle. Big first down for the Panthers. Pushes into Whitley County territory down at the 43-yard line. Clock will continue to run. Big run right there from the senior. Brings up 1st and 10. 2:30 to go in the half. Trips to the right. Pritchard, Olmstead, and Coleman Spencer. A dangerous trio for the Panthers. Gives it right back to Doherty. Can't find anything. Great blocks from the offensive line. Looks like he almost fumbled it. It wasn't keeping it too close to his chest. Kind of let it run a little bit. Concerns me. Another big gain, another big run for the Panthers. Pushes up to the 25-yard line. Panthers almost pushing into the red zone again. 2-minute drill for this offense. But they're just at the 25, seeing if they can punch one more in. Hands it right back off to Doherty, who can't find anything. Pushes forward for a couple, but not much. Maybe a 2 or 3 yard gain. Panthers continue to kill the clock. They want this to be the last possession of the half, score or not. Second and 8. Sizemore back into the game in the backfield. Carey drops back to throw. Almost swallowed up. He's going to take off. Avoids another man. Gets a block. Cuts back upfield. It's going to be good enough for another first down. Stops the clock for a little bit. Got to get the play call up and running. As soon as they mark it, they're going to bring it in. They push inside the 10. Will be marked at, I think, the 8-yard line. Carey on the carry. Carey's got in here and get the snap. I think maybe now it's marking him at the 7-yard line. Trips to the left. Sizemore also on his left. Only 5 linemen right there. The Panthers got to hold strong. Good block. Dunn has an open lane. Is he able to get through and dive for it? He's being marked short. They got to get up there and get a play in. They can call a timeout. They're trying to call a timeout. Panthers coaches are trying to call a timeout. Wasn't granted for 10 seconds. I'd say a good 14 seconds ran there off the clock as Coach Mills was screaming at the refs for a timeout. He's going to be down at maybe the half-yard line mark. 25 seconds left to play. You're probably looking at another fullback dive up the middle to Sizemore, maybe fake it, give a toss out to Pritchard, but you're risking a 4 or 5 yard loss if Whitley County reads it. They'll be loading up the box for sure. Maybe looking at a push, tush push. You've seen that fullback dive a couple times. I know they ran that last year too. That was the big play against Martin County. Down 7 in the fourth quarter. Fullback dive up the middle to Braden Sizemore to tie it up. See what the Panthers can dial up right here, push it into the end zone, mark down at the 1 yard line. You still have time for another play. It's second down. Panthers will elect for a tush push, and Carey is easily in for a score as they will bring out the kicking unit for one more. Tack 6 on. Good rush right there from Carey. 27-0 now as the Panthers will receive the second half kickoff. See if Woolham can go 4 for 4 right here in the first half on PATs. Nails it right down the middle. 28-0 Panthers lead with 23 seconds to go here in the half. We will be back here in a couple moments. Just 23 seconds to play here in the half. Knox Central holding on to a 28-point lead. Defense holding strong as Woolham's kickoff goes to the right. Will be Taylor on the kick return. Brought down about the 27 by number 14, Coleman Spencer. If you remember, Knox Central has lost 3 straight to this squad. Like I said, all of them were by 2+ scores. Rose takes a snap, hands it off to Taylor up the middle, swallowed up by the Panthers. put another tackle on the board for number 42, Donovan Smith, the state's leading tackler last year as a junior. Colonels will let it run to the half. Panthers lead 28-0. A huge half for the Panthers. The first half for Knox Central this season, 28-0 on a team that you have not put. I don't think they've put 28 points on the Colonels the last 3 years at all in all the games. I believe it was 49-26 my freshman year, 29-14 sophomore year, and I think maybe a little bit worse than that, maybe 32-something. All right, and we're going to check out right here. We'll come back here in the second half. Panthers will receive the kickoff. Go Panthers. Sorry about that. I thought we were losing you guys for a little bit. Panthers set to receive the second half kickoff. Pritchard will pick it up at around the 22 and try and make something happen. Cuts upfield. He has a wide open lane for the end zone. He might take it back. No flags down. Pritchard, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Panthers. 34-0. A huge kickoff return. I believe that's Pritchard's third of the night. Had the toss sweep. The kickoff return, I feel like he had one more that he punched in. Kobe Williams set to kick it off. Looking at 5 for 5 now to start off the season. Snap, hold, kick. Looks good. Is good. 35-0 Panthers to start off the second half. Not much to say right there as the Panthers come out swinging the big kickoff return. Back to return for the Colonels is Braden Stevens and Aiden Taylor. We are now in a running clock situation. 10:30 to go here in the third quarter. I thought it was 36, not 35, but I'll excuse it. Ramsey with a fair catch. So it looks like they're going with a 3 men in the back kickoff return as Ramsey's been on that right side hiding behind this window from me. So I can only see Taylor and Stevens, but as like I said, Ramsey fair catches it about the 21-yard line. Ball spot at the 22. Hands it off, swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Bring up 2nd and 10. Fakes the handoff. Ramsey has a deep ball. Rose can't find anything. Makes a man miss. Brought down by Donovan Smith and a couple other Panthers for a gain of 3. We'll get him down to 25. Make it 3rd and 7. A little bit more manageable. Rose still in the gun. Jordan showing blitz. Rose fumbles the snap, tosses it, but I believe he knocked it out as he was going back, so it's going to be a fumble, but one side judge is incomplete. One side, they marked a fumble on one, but they're going to call it incomplete. Brings up 4th and 8. Whitley on their own 25. Colonels will punt. See if Ramsey can get another big one. Good punt right there from Ramsey. Pritchard will pick it up, and he'll take off with it. He might get another one if he can keep on chucking down at the 38. Brings up 1st and 10. It's going to be a dangerous returner this year, the sophomore Pritchard will be. So Whitley County punted from the 25. Pritchard returned to the 38, so a net positive for the Colonels for about 13 yards. Probably won't see another pass from Carey from the rest of the ball game. If I had to guess, try and protect your quarterback, not any pick sixes or anything weird. I take it right back as it's a screen out to Spencer, finds a hole, cuts up field, brought down inside the red zone, marked down. I think I'll mark him down right at the 20. So another red zone trip for the Panthers with 5:50 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Carey still in the gun. Drops back to throw. Sizemore was wide open right there. Dumps it off to Olmstead, but isn't able to bring it in. See, it's kind of an interesting decision he's made those last 2 scramble drills to his left. He's tried to hit Olmstead, or I believe it was Pritchard he tried to hit on a deep ball in that same situation. Then he tried to hit over to Olmstead when Sizemore was wide open for about a 5-yard gain. Against better squads, you're going to have to just take those 5-yard gains on 1st down and get those chunk plays whenever they're more open, because those are tough passes that he's trying to thread the needle on to Olmstead. Can't force those kind of throws against better squads. Now in the I formation, Daugherty playing tailback. He will hand it off to him, wrapped up. Oh, not wrapped up for no gain. Makes a couple men miss and is good for maybe a 5-yard gain. Spotted about the 15.5-yard line. He should have been immediately wrapped up right there. The left end for Whitley County went right through and had a hand on his jersey, but I think was able to shake him off. You're going to put Pritchard back at the tailback, I believe. Trips to the left for Carey. Fakes the run, throws over to Dunn. Dunn can't find anything wrapped up before the line to gain. wonder if the Panthers will take their 3 right here. You got a good kicker in Kobe Woolham who can knock it down from 35 and in pretty easily, but I think he's going to keep the offense on the field and go for it. Probably looking at a hard count right here, then timeout, and because you got 30 seconds on the clock here, on the play clock. Yep, hard count. Coach Mills talking it over with his assistants. 15 seconds on the play clock. Gives a signal. Snaps it immediately out to Pritchard. Pritchard gets the first note, makes a move. Can he push forward for 6? I think he doesn't make the push. I thought maybe he lost it there about the 2. Holds on to it. Will be another first down. Marked down at the 3-yard line. Carey hands it off to Sizemore for 2, and the 2-point conversion is, or sorry, no, that is not a 2-point conversion. I apologize. Braden Sizemore is in for 6 for his second touchdown rush of the night, one from the 1-yard line, the other from the 3. So that will put 41 on the board for the Panthers, barring a made kick right here. Woolham looking at 6 for 6 right here. Yes, he will. Puts it right through the uprights for a 42-0 lead for the Panthers with 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. It's been a big game for the Panthers on the ground and the pass as well. Those screens have looked great. Great blocks from the receivers, and O-line has held up well against a pretty solid Whitley County O-line and D-line. We're going to go to a break here. 1:50 to go. Panthers lead 42-0. Kickoff will go back for a touchback. Good roll right there for Woolham. You see, if he could just pin them, maybe make them return it from the 10 or further. If you get a touchback every time, it's a pretty solid kicker you've got. They will go to the quarter with this one. Panthers lead 42-0. We will take a break until the final quarter of action. Your Panthers eyeing a first win of the season for the first time since 2022 when they had a 3-0 start. One of those 3 wins came against Bell County. Their first win over the Bobcats in 25 years. Panthers eyeing another win against the Bobcats this season in district play. Like I said, big year for the Panthers, and we will go to a break. Whitley County starting out on their own 20, and they've put the JV in. Handoff up the middle, able to break through for a couple. Central looks like they have their varsity defense in the game. That will be another first down for the Colonels. Clock will continue to run. Ball marked at the 31. We'll hand it right back off to him, see if he can make some more things happen. There's some big runs. Makes you wonder why he wasn't running the ball against the Panthers. Marks him just short of the line to gain. It's number 15, Nick Hale. And it is number 7, Braden Rose at quarterback. Drops back to throw and rolls out to his right. Hit hard by Kobe Reed. He's going to throw. I think it's going to be rough in the passer. He rocked Braden Rose right there. Ball did fall incomplete. Almost a catch, though. Now the Colonels are driving. 10:25 to go in the game. I think Coach Mills wants to see a shutout as the varsity stays in on defense. 1st and 10 from the 45. Clock runs under 10 minutes. Hale takes the handoff, cuts it outside. I believe they will get the Colonels for a holding call right there on the left side. Panthers brought a pretty big crowd there on the way side, and I'm sure they are pleased with the Panthers' performance tonight, leading 42-0 here in the fourth quarter. 9.5 to play in the ballgame. Let the freshman get a couple snaps under center. Let them get a feel of the game against the varsity defense. Now 1st and 20 from their own 45. Flip 45s right there. Snaps it, hands it off to Hale. Hale almost swallowed up and brought down by Jathan Collins, about a yard short of the line of scrimmage. Still not one under center snap, or I don't think they've seen empty formation this game yet. As Hayden Payne looked like a ball hawk right there, tried to go for an interception, almost had one there in the red zone, but dropped it and almost gave a touchdown to Whitley County. So it's going to fall incomplete. 3rd and 20. 8 minutes left in the ball game. Rose takes a snap, hands it off to Hale. Hale cuts outside. Still can't find anything. Brought down at the line of scrimmage. Jace Baker runs onto the field with his helmet off. I think they're going to bring out the punt squad right here with 7 minutes to go in the ball game. I think they're going to let Parton return one for the Panthers. Ramsey gets a good point of contact on it. Hopes that Coffee doesn't get it. Flag on the play. 2 flags thrown. I'm sure it's the same foul, but I think they're going to call. I don't know. It looked like Coffee was getting tangled up right there at the end of the play. So maybe a holding, some sorts.
During the kick, personal foul, face mask, receiving team number 0, 15 yards, first down.
Yeah, I think he was trying to. As he was still blocking right there, nobody was going after it, but the ball was about to hit Coffee, and as he was falling away, he kind of grabbed at his face mask. That'll do it. 5:53 to go here in the game. Panthers take over on their own 15-yard line. I think the varsity offense will trot out onto the field for the Panthers. No, I think it's just quarterback Eli Carey with surrounded by other JV members. I think he has some 58. No Smith there at guard. Gabe Gray in there at running back slot on the left side. Snap is high. Carey gets a hold of it. You gotta look at putting your backup quarterback into this as Carey took a shot to the knees. Yeah, I think he's gonna pull Carey after that one. Second and 15 from their own 10-yard lines. The Panthers. I think that's Canyon Shelton lined up at the quarterback slot for the Panthers. Another high snap goes into the end zone, and that will fall down for a safety. Put 2 points onto the board for the Colonels. Haven't seen a safety in high school football in I don't know how long. Both snaps were just super high. I'm not sure who that was playing center for the Panthers. think the protocol after a safety is a punt, not a kickoff. Panthers will punt from their own 20. Olmstead to punt for the Panthers. His first time punting on the night. Gets a generous roll, and that's a live ball. As it will be picked up and recovered by Aiden Taylor, but the Panthers were able to get to that. I do believe it's like a kickoff, not like a punt where the punting team downs it. It's just other team's ball down on that spot. I think that was a live ball that could have been recovered for a Knox Central possession. So almost scary right there for the Colonels as it runs under 4 minutes. 42-2. KC still leads here in the fourth quarter. And now the JV defense will trot out. Still haven't called who called the timeout. 3:28 left to go in the ball game. I think Coach Mills just going to try and get his guys situated. Looks like a different running back there. I don't believe that's Nick Hale. It is. It's number 33. Gabe Gray on the tackle for the Panthers.
Number 33, holding on the carry, brought down by Central Panthers. Ready to the game at 5. We'll bring up second and 5.
Blake Bolin, the freshman. Gives it right back to Bolin. Goes up the middle. Can't get a wrap up from the Panthers. I think it's the only thing that Coach Mills wants to see is a wrap up and a good tackle. But I think they're going to give him the first. We've got an injury on the play. I think they're wanting the clock to stop, but yeah, they stop it right now. 2:29 to go. We will go to an ad break as we get this sorted out. 42-2. KC leads with 2.5 to go in the ball game. That was number 76, Nick Parker, down on the play. Clock will run now, 2nd and 10 from their own 31. Clock runs under 2 minutes to go in the ball game. 42-2. KC still leads. Braden Rose taking the snaps for the Colonels. Flag on the play. Offsides against the Panthers.
Offside, defense number 52, 5 yards, 7 down.
Brings up 1st and 5 for the Colonels at their own 36-yard line. Believe they've showed their hand for this play, but I think it's both the JVs out there. Got to show your hand a little bit. Call offsides again on the Panthers. That will be a 1st down Whitley County without ever having to snap the ball.
Offside, defense number 66, 5 yards.
I believe that's Tucker Sharp who is offsides. Clock continuing to run, 55 seconds left. Rose, quarterback run to his right. Shelton misses the tackle. Gray going to bring him down just short of the line to gain, maybe about three or 4 yards short. As either this upcoming play, they might let it run to the end of the ball game. See what Coach Reimer wants to do right here. I think he might want to get one more. Maybe get an open score, make that score a little bit more enticing, if you will. No, I think Coach Reimer is going to let the clock run out. And that'll do it here in Williamsburg, folks. 42-2, Knox Central wins the first win over the Colonels in the last 4 years. A huge win for Cary and the Panthers offense. Brent coming out here bringing 42 points, and a solid Whitley County offense coming into town, and Panthers able to hold them strong, only to 2 points, which was a safety in the final couple minutes of the game. A huge win for the Panthers, and they will go to Marion County next Saturday to take on the Danville Admirals. Their first time starting off 1-0 since 2022. I can't understate how big of a win this was for the Panthers coming to this ball game. I was pretty nervous coming up here because it's a mental thing. Panthers haven't been able to get over this hump. Knox Central was Whitley's only win of the season last year. That's a big one, folks. So I'll see you back next Saturday at 5:30, taking on one of the best teams in the 2A in Danville, South Laurel after that, and I believe Martin County for our first home game the week after that. It's been a good night tonight, folks. Can't thank you guys enough for tuning in, and we made the trip all the way out here. I want to thank Jackson for coming out here and helping me. It's all brought to you by 2 Knox Central media students. No adults here, nobody coming here to help us out. This was a big thing to start off my senior year, my last year as a broadcaster, and we're going to go ahead and end the stream right there. Go Panthers. Forgot to state this, and if anybody's still listening, we're going to go ahead and give the Bingham Tire and Oil Player of the Game to Mr. Spencer Pritchard. I believe 3 touchdowns on the night. I remember the toss sweep, and I remember the kick return. Said a couple. Yeah, he had the hitch route that went for about 50. I do remember that now. So 3 touchdowns on the night from the sophomore. A big game for him. Hats off to Pritchard for having a great game. We'll give him a plaque. We'll go down there and get a picture with him. Like I said, again, thank you guys for tuning in. This was a big night tonight. Good night. Go Panthers.